let's take some time to go through the answers to these review questions. We're going to have a quiz next Wednesday. So I want to make sure that you know the answers. I want to make sure you spend some time doing the review reading on page 529 and the other reading that I've assigned from the chapter so that you can answer the questions on the quiz. The topics for the quiz will be understanding the periodic table, using the periodic table to find things like chemical symbol, chemical name, atomic number, knowing some of the things that we're going to talk about right now on this review worksheet. All right, so let's go through this together. Two elements with the same number of protons. Let me get a different color here for my text. Two elements with the same number of protons but different numbers of neutrons are called isotopes. Isotopes are any two elements of the same atom, and that's because they have the same number of protons. Remember, the number of protons describes what the atom is. If it has 6 protons, it's carbon. If it has 8 protons, it's oxygen. Okay? It can have all kinds of different numbers of neutrons, but the number of protons determines the element. If it has different numbers of neutrons, then it's called an isotope. The positively charged center of an atom is called the, let me do this again. I'll do this every time. The nucleus. Okay, the nucleus is the positively charged center of an atom. It contains the protons and the neutrons. Another name for the horizontal rows on the periodic table, those are called periods. The vertical columns are called groups. The horizontal rows are called periods. The combined number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an atom is known as the, that's right, the mass number. Okay? Those are the first four, the fill in the blanks portion of that. All right, you can pause that if you want to, but I'm going to scroll down to answer some of the next questions. Number 5, elements on the left-hand side of the periodic table are usually referred to as metals. So you can either write metals or you can type in the letter B for the answer. B, metals. All right. All of the elements that are gases at room temperature are also known as, that's right, nonmetals. You can either type in A or you can type in the word nonmetals if you like. But nonmetals, all of the elements that are gases at room temperature, oxygen, nitrogen, argon, xenon, all of those things are known as nonmetals. Which of the following elements would have properties that are similar to neon? Elements that have similar properties are all in the same group, or in other words, the same vertical column. So if you look at your periodic table and you look down from neon, you will find that the only one of these that is in the same column as neon is argon. B. B is the correct answer to number 7. All right. Number 8, how many valence electrons do lithium and potassium have? If you look at your periodic table and you look at where lithium and potassium are in the periodic table, they are all on the far left-hand side, the first column beneath hydrogen. And everything in that first column, everything in group 1 has 1 valence electron. So the answer is A, 1 valence electron. Now, lithium has 3 electrons, right? And potassium has 19 electrons. But lithium and potassium only have 1 valence electron in their outer energy level. That's what the group tells you. Okay? How many valence electrons do nitrogen and phosphorus have? If you count across from the left, until you get to the column that has nitrogen and phosphorus, you'll see that they are in group 15. And group 15 elements, all the elements in group 15, have 5 valence electrons, or C is the correct answer to number 9. C. All right, and the last question, which group of elements on the periodic table do not combine readily, or in other words, react with other elements? All the other elements on the periodic table can and often do react with other elements, depending on certain factors that we'll continue to work on the rest of the semester. But there is one group that does not readily react with other elements, and that group is group 18. So the answer here is D. And that group has a name because they are kind of too good, too snooty for all the other elements. They are known as noble gases. Noble gases are in group 18 and they are very unreactive. They tend not to react at all with any of the other elements. All right, so those are the answers. Feel free to go back and start this video over whenever you like, if you missed any or if you wanted to hear some of the explanations again. And this is a good worksheet to study for next week. Okay, so you can go ahead and submit it now, or you can wait until after the quiz if you want to submit it. If you already submitted it and you would like me to unsubmit it so you have access to it, please just send me an email and I'll do that. But if you thought it was just pretty good review and you don't think you need it for review for next week, that's fine. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.